Okay, so we'll just quickly look at S&P, US 30, DAX, gold as well. So they went long on S&P, so I was saying, I wonder how legit these candles were, and we saw a big old wick above, which would be normal because they're going long. We really don't want the retail guys to be buying. It has to flush them out. It's a lot of effort to get the guys out the equation. They don't want them to be buying because it's not conducive to their bias. So the retail guys have to be selling in order for the smart money to be buying. So if they go long, we really shouldn't be seeing things go up because they shouldn't be getting paid. They should be getting punished. Okay, so this would be normal. And I was saying how I was kind of skeptical about how legit these candles were, these last two candles. So this would be okay because we need this to fall in order for the sentiment to come down. Okay, so that's okay. Probably want to break that low just to really cement the fears. But they really don't want the retail guys to be buying because a lot of effort and a lot of work involved. And so they went long, so that's fine. It could be making a buy. It won't be a risky buy because at the high level, they're very short. They're very much trapped short. So they sell it, it's just going to add to the big picture. So it could be a move on the US 30. It's a bit cleaner than the other indices. It's quite choppy on the other one. So potentially a buy scenario for the US 30. Maybe we're going to have to see a break first and like a little flush. I'd be surprised to see it come down here because it doesn't have to come down. It doesn't have to come down and punish the retail guys because they're already undergoing enormous pain from down here. Oh my God. Yeah, that's awful. 3,000. Yeah, nearly 2,700 points away. So it doesn't need to come down to punish them because they're already pretty screwed, right? DAX made a buy here, so we shouldn't really be breaking 13,550 really, and so we can probably wick, and this can do well. They're selling it, so we come up. This does, like US 30, it doesn't need to fall because these guys are already screwed. And so it needs to come up probably to squish these guys, to be honest with you. Gold is very rampant. It's moved a ridiculous amount in a very short space of time. Whether or not they're setting up for a CPI dump, I don't know. But they have sold it, and then they sold it again. And I went into a bit of analysis on the bulletin about what happened here with this wick. And I think it was a ruse. That's what I think that was. That was a trap here. And what happens here? Well, we don't really know for sure. We'll have to wait and see. They might buy it. If they do, then this would be a intraday top. I wonder whether or not it's setting up for CPI. It's could get a good risk reward there, but you'd want to be really careful. If they go long here, 52.64, 52.95, so you want them to overlap. Okay, so that's how you use that data. So be careful, I think. And the trade of the day might be okay because we're going potentially a little bit risk off because we need to flush a little bit on the S&P. But the US 30 and DAX don't have to flush out, but the S&P does. So it might set the precedence for the other instruments. And don't forget, we had a bit of a risk event in crypto yesterday as well, so it's a little bit of alarm bells there. So hopefully that's clear. I'd be tempted to short gold if they buy it here, if we get the crossover, but I'm not sure. I think it's probably best just to sit in your hands with gold. That big move is quite scary, and whether or not it's setting up for CPI flush, it might not. It might come out softer than expected and we can continue higher. Gold. So potentially a sell here, but you'd want the confirmation over time as well. So be careful and check the Patreon for the stop loss cluster update as well. It's just a 5-minute video.